All right, what's up, guys?
Yo, yo.
Welcome
Hello,
everybody to Plain White
hello.
Tees Movie Night,
Plain
We
white
made it.
tees.
where we talk about
Movie
movies.
night.
Awesome.
I think this is going to be the best movie night so far,
I already feel it.
right?
I definitely already feel it. So,
Let's see. Hang on. I know I always slow us down with this stuff, but I have no comments right now, guys. How do I see the comments?
uh,
You go
probably
to the Facebook page where we're streaming live. You look.
Yep, I
Yeah,
see
no
us.
comments.
I
Yeah, there
see
should be a
us
thing
right
to
here.
Click for
Oh, what
comments,
up?
maybe.
we got New Jersey in the house. We got I think that's it. Just New Jersey.
I just turned off videos somehow.
I don't think everybody in the chat is from New Jersey, but could be.
Okay, we got one New Jersey. We got a request to sing Delilah.
Huh. Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in New Jersey? Okay, so now my iPad's frozen and it won't move or do anything.
All right. Well,
You guys will maybe have to fill me in on the comments.
All right, well, someone's already asked if I watched the movie, and the answer is yes.
All right.
For the first time.
it's good.
Dude,
yeah, definitely
that's
first time.
crazy.
Yeah, I
What'd
don't
you
know.
think?
It's crazy, right? Because it's like, what, 1988, action-packed. Like, I mean, he has all these near-death experiences, doesn't die. You know what I mean? It was pretty classic. I can see why it's a classic now. Like, crazy I'd never seen it, but like, I understand. Like when there was some of the lines, like I was telling Tim, like the line when he's in the ducks in the air duct, and he's like, "Oh yeah, come out to the West Coast." Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I hear that quote all the time, and as like they're saying, it was almost like, wait, I know this quote. Oh yeah, I know this movie, but I'm like, wait, I don't think you know what I mean? It's such a
Yeah.
iconic line.
Of course, yippee-ki-yay. You
Yeah.
know that line,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's pretty amazing. Like watching this. I gotta preface it. I saw this movie actually. I finally got you guys beat. You know how the last few movies I've been like, oh, I've seen those so many times. I'm not gonna watch them before movie night.
Yeah.
This time around, me and Lennon last weekend went to go see Die Hard at the drive-in.
Wow.
oh wow, man.
Yeah. It was
That's
actually
awesome.
a double feature with Edward Scissorhands and Die Hard. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes. What did he think
Yeah.
of Die Hard?
That's like the 5th time he's watched it in the past year. He loves it. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a classic.
And I gotta say, we watched Die Hard 2 a couple weeks ago, and it was totally cool, but it was like a total like almost like they were really trying to do every single little thing that they did so right in Die Hard. You know, they tried to like recapture that magic in Die Hard 2. And it was still cool because of course you love John McClane and everything, but like it was a little bit more forced, whereas Die Hard 1, you kind of actually like you kind of believe that, yeah, this could happen. Like this guy's rogue, you know, police officer, like he was so believable in it. And just like his jokes and his little one-liners didn't seem like pandering. They were like real feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you love that freaking character.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Die Hard 2, a little bit didn't quite hold up as well as Die Hard 1.
Yeah, they were like, all right, here's the formula. We got Bruce Willis. Let's just
Yep.
do, follow the template.
Yep, exactly.
I didn't remember all the random little small character roles. I mean, I remember Carl Winslow, whatever
Yeah.
that guy's name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But the guy from the Goonies who plays the FBI agent,
Yep.
Of course.
and then the dude from the Burbs is the
Oh yeah, as the
Like
construction,
Christian
like the
Yeah.
yeah.
And also from Groundhog Day,
yeah.
the guy that,
Yeah.
they're ordering flapjacks or whatever. And they're
Yeah.
wasted.
Yeah. Do you guys know that the
Oh.
terrorist guy that like the blonde guy like that comes at him at the very end, you know?
Yeah, Carl.
Carl, exactly. Yeah. So Carl is actually a like world famous ballet dancer.
Ah.
Really.
Super
That-
weird. Like, yeah, I found that out. I feel like Rotondo would have told me that. I don't know. Is that possible?
No, I didn't know that until kind of looking it up looking up facts about the movie after I watched it. I was like, oh wow, that's crazy.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I read that a few years back, and it was like, wow. And yeah, the guy's, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense because his character is such a kind of a badass in that movie. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
You don't really tie it into ballet dancer, but I guess it works, you know?
Yeah.
You
And
know
then
how,
one of the other terrorists is Vigo, the Scourge of Carpathia from Ghostbusters 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't know that, but I was clicking all the names. I'm like, wait a minute, really? The guy that gets blown up,
Which one?
the German one.
Oh, yeah.
Which I guess they're not all Germans, and they're not even terrorists. They're like a criminal, they're like pretending to be terrorists, right?
Right.
But there's no terrorism. They just want the money,
Yeah.
which was a crazy thing, and different from the book. Did you guys know it was based on a book?
I saw that. Yeah, I didn't go that deep into it and read the book. I don't know.
Oh. I thought about it, but there was no time.
Yeah, but why? What was different? What do you know?
Well, they're in the book. They're an actual terrorist organization. John McClane is not named John McClane. He's named like Joe, something else. Doesn't matter. But he's like old and retired in the book. This like aging retired cop. In the book, Holly Gennaro is his daughter, not his
weird.
wife, and he's coming into town to go to her Christmas party. There's a bunch of differences.
Huh.
And I don't think anyone's going to read the book, so I'll spoil it. At the end of the book, Hans Gruber grabs on to his daughter, and she goes,
What?
yeah,
With him?
yeah.
Whoa.
That's so much.
That might kind
darker.
of spoil the end of the movie, though.
So much darker.
But, yeah. So they
Damn.
changed a bunch for the movie.
I think it seems like everything you said, I like the movie version better.
Yeah. I think that stuff maybe works better in a book.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because you're kind of like in your head. You're kind of, I don't know. Books and movies need to be written a little bit differently, in my
Sure.
opinion, to work.
Yeah.
You can get away with that kind of stuff in a book.
Real quick, something I never noticed my entire life of loving this movie and, watching it all the time, that I noticed recently. Did you guys put together that at the end, right? Again, I don't want to. We're allowed to spoil, right? Because we told everybody.
Yeah, there's probably going to be spoilers.
Yeah,
If
well,
you
everyone
guys
who
are worried
watches
about this
movie.
action
Exactly.
movie from the 80s getting spoiled.
So
I'm sorry.
at that last Hans Gruber moment where he's holding on, right? And it's the watch that he disconnects the watch, and that's how Hans, And at the first time John comes in and sees Holly, the douchebag guy,
Right.
Ellis,
Yeah.
he's like, show him the watch. And it's this big moment about this watch. And she's like, oh no, he's like, it's a Rolex.
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
remember that part?
Yeah.
I never, like I said, loving the movie my whole life, never put it together, that moment at the end where he disconnects the watch. It's almost like ties up that whole movie, the whole, her working for the company, the Ellis, the douchebag guy. I don't know. Thought that was kind of cool when I put that together.
It in a way it like symbolizes her departure from that life and that company, which goes against the whole like John McClane was kind of a jerk and he's apologizing and like they kind of make you think, oh well, he's gonna obviously leave his life behind and come support her in her career and all that stuff, but her career is just gone. The building's destroyed.
True.
Losses.
Everything gone. So I don't know. It's kind of weird if you think about it that way.
Yeah, it's like the last
little
thing. Attaching her to that.
Yeah.
And then it's like she lets that go and then she's back with John. And yeah, totally.
And John kind of can't leave his life just because he's such a badass,
Yeah.
He didn't even want any of this. He just stumbled into it. Next thing you know, he's doing badass stuff and saying catchphrases.
Barefoot.
Yeah, you gotta keep in mind he's barefoot the whole time.
Yeah.
Just from that one conversation on the plane with the dude.
Yeah.
Which I gotta try that next time we start traveling again. Oh man, shoes and socks off,
fists.
Make fists with your feet in the carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's called grounding yourself.
That's a real
Like,
thing.
It's a real thing. People do it in like the grass. and
Yeah, it's
stuff.
not supposed to be in carpet, I don't think.
Yeah.
To like
Wow.
actually connect your feet to the earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Never heard
Like
of that.
from a plane, that's the idea? Because you were in the air?
I mean, I think that it's more like people say to do that anyway, right, Damar? Like you
Yeah, like-
occasionally you should like get in bare feet and touch
Yeah.
the earth with your feet.
For sure.
Weird.
But I think it helps people with like anxiety and like things like that, or being, if they're stressed out or something like that. Like I'm not like, no kidding. Like, and like I got like tree hugging too. Like I see people like even in LA. I mean, I don't live in LA, but I see people like touching trees and like, and I'm like, yo, that's cool. They're just trying to they're connecting with the earth. Probably just trying to ground themselves and like,
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hey, another weird one of the other characters, right? Is so Holly, his wife. I don't know if you guys know this. Macaulay Culkin's aunt
Oh,
in
no
real life,
way.
the actress.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's cool.
All the Culkins.
and all the Culkins.
They're all actors, huh? That's cool.
Yeah, really.
I don't know.
Even the ants.
Yeah.
Sweet 80s perm. My mom had that hairstyle.
Should tell her to get it again. It's making a comeback.
I don't think.
By the way, interesting tie into the Macaulay Culkin with Home Alone, another awesome Christmas movie about a lone badass, defending his territory.
Very similar movie in a lot of ways.
What was I just gonna say? Hang on. You said the perm. The perm threw me off. Oh yeah. Let's talk about one of the best all-time greatest movie villains, right? Like, how awesome is Hans Gruber? Like the sophisticated, like well-educated, his voice. I remember as a kid, like you've never heard a voice like that guy,
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy. And going back to the movie again, it's like, man, this guy is like he's like almost as cool as John McClane. He's just such a badass, but not in like a traditional movie badass kind of a way.
Right.
I love that.
Was that his breakout?
I think it
Think
was.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because after that, I just remember you hear his voice in instant recognition. But
Oh yeah.
I wonder if he was kind of like a stage actor before.
You'd think so because of that proper Britishness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy just passed, right?
Yeah, he did, man. Like last year or 2 years ago or something. Bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Love Actually, great movie with him
Yeah.
in it.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
And the Harry Potters.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. The whole time watching it, this is only going to be relevant to us. But Hans Gruber, I'm looking at him, and 90% of the time, I'm like, it's Chris Mason.
What the hell?
And then like the other 90% of the time, I'm like, wait a minute, it's Pat Gilroy.
Whoa.
It's both of them mashed into this super evil criminal from Germany.
Which makes sense with those
Right,
two guys.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It all clicked for me.
Yeah. Huh.
But
I don't know if I can see that, but I'll,
it was,
I'll
I don't
have
know,
to-
it's weird. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's like Mason, like now. Not Mason back in the day. Like
Yeah, it's
Mason
like
with
the
the
beard
beard.
and everything. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I see that now. Yeah. With the facial hair. Only works with facial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Alan Rickman says that known for his languid tone and delivery, his signature sound was the result of a speech impediment when he could not could not move his lower jaw properly as a child.
Wow.
Whoa. Huh.
And then it says he trained at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art and then became a member of the Royal Shakespeare Company, doing classical theater.
Crazy.
Dude, that's pretty awesome. Like, talk about taking like a a handicap and making it work for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. There you go. And yeah, the Shakespeare thing. There, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Totally a stage guy. Yeah. Nice. One of the things that bothered me coming back, probably the only thing that I was like, oh, that wasn't quite as good as when I remembered it as a kid. When he catches, when he runs into Hans, and he does the, oh, don't, you're one of them, right?
Yeah.
Like that moment. Like that moment is awesome when he puts on the accent and everything. But then when they're like talking and they're like, so, yeah, what are you doing here? And
Yeah, you can hear it again.
he's like the exact same voice. Like he goes back to it. It's like,
A
wait,
little bit,
come on,
a little
John.
bit.
Like,
He was
I
still.
remember as a kid being like, oh, that part was so cool because he changed his voice up. Because, his voice, as we're saying, is so distinctive.
Yeah.
But it was like only for the moment where he runs into him. And then when they're talking, he totally loses it and goes, maybe not all the way, but like kind of goes back to that voice. I don't know. I was like a little bit.
Is that supposed to be the giveaway to McClane? Like, because he gives him an unloaded gun. When is he?
I mean, sure. So maybe he was on to, maybe he caught on.
Right.
But then I love the part where he's like, yeah, John McClane, what's your name? And he's like, Bill. Or no, Clay.
Clay.
Bill Clay. And it's like, he looks at the frickin', the employee list or whatever right there. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean. So many, like, the movie was done so well. And like, for an action, obviously you guys know action movies like aren't necessarily my, my favorite thing. But like that movie in particular kind of like defined that genre and kind of changed that genre. I'm like, after that movie came out, I feel like every movie kind of like tried to be Die Hard with the kind of the humor, with the one-liners and stuff like that. And I don't know, it was a pretty influential movie. It was kind of a turning point for that genre, I think.
I'd be interested to see like, what kind of the contemporaries were and like when did Stallone, Schwarzenegger, all their big stuff start happening?
Totally. I would
like
say it was right before that, honestly, because if you think about it, like, yeah, that was kind of the action movie in the 80s. It was like Terminator and Stallone doing, Cobra and Rambo. Yeah. So that's why, and I saw this thing on Netflix. There's this, I forget what it's called, like Movies We Love or something, and they did one on Die Hard, and I watched this a while ago, but I guess when the movie was first like announced and like the trailer came out, like people were like laughing at the thought of Bruce Willis as an action guy because he was just known for that show Moonlighting, where he was like, kind of like just cocky, like detective guy, kind of romantic comedy kind of thing. So nobody bought him as, as the idea of an action star.
Yeah, he kind of was like the everybody, like not Schwarzenegger, not this like crazy, scary looking guy, but just like a cop from New York.
Right, and that's what I think sells this movie is that you do, like I was saying earlier, it's like you buy it. You're like, oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
This guy just like normal guy, like, and the way he plays it, like he's kind of freaking out the whole movie and kind of like can't believe it.
Kind of like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone.
The parallels go on.
Yeah, when he taped the gun to his back, I'm like, dude, that's totally Home Alone. It's clever stuff.
Yeah, I love like the moment where he sees the tape and they, like the roll of tape when he's like, shit, I only got 2 bullets left. What do I do? And he sees the tape and it plays like Christmas music for a second.
Yeah, you're like, oh, he's gonna wrap presents. Cool.
Yeah.
But then you forget about it. Then he walks in. You have the tape's out of your mind for that whole
of course.
I feel like he's too buff to be able to reach that gun. Did you guys reach down the middle of your back and grab a gun?
I mean, he's had to put his hands back here.
I know, but it was below his neck, taped to his back.
I think in a situation like that, you just do it.
Yeah, just dislocate your arm and get it.
Yeah, you can get it.
I think I could get it, dude.
Blood and sweat too. That tape wouldn't stick to his back.
Right.
Little bogus movie, guys.
One other thing, did you guys notice? And I guess this is like, you know, you give him the benefit of the doubt with like sweat and blood and stuff, like you're saying, but he starts out with a full-on white tank top, and like 20 minutes into the movie, it's like brown. It's like,
Yeah.
There's no in between. It goes from like white and shiny to like just completely 100% like
Was
brown.
that
Or like
he crawled through the ducts?
maybe.
Because that could be really nasty in there, you'd think.
True.
He's climbing through elevator shafts and stuff. I mean, I'm with you.
But
It'd
again,
be
if you
weirder
don't
if
care at all,
it'd be weirder
you're
if it was
oh,
like pristine white at the end of the movie. You know,
Yeah,
maybe with
right.
like one blood stain or something. That'd be weird.
I thought it was weirder that they go into a limo and make out, and he's still all covered in like disgustingness. You know?
no way, dude.
Yeah,
That's
God,
part.
about to really hook up. Like, bloody ass feet. He's been shot.
Yeah.
All messed up.
Yeah, he doesn't have to go to the hospital. He just gets in the limo with the wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, gets down.
Dude, the limo guy, man.
Well,
Our guy.
Oh, yeah. Argyle, amazing.
The fact that they let them drive away. Like
Right. of
Argyle, who
course.
just smashed the limo
He just
into
smashed it in the-
the other guy, you know, just drove away. No problem.
Yeah.
How about the
And the moment of like, you know, I love that, you know, the whole, you know, his cop buddy who like, you know, I shot a kid once, and that whole like sad
Yeah.
story, and I'll never pull a gun, and then he ends up, of course, saving him and shooting the guy. Awesome. But then it's like the moment after that, they like smile at each other, like, all right. And then they get in the
Killed the
limo, and
guy.
everything's good. He's like, you know, there's no like, oh my God, he just shot somebody. Let's get it. You know, like it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
smiles and like, you know.
I had forgotten that he kills that guy at the very end, and for a minute I was like, the cop didn't do anything the whole movie except talk to him over the radio, like just a calming voice. So it was kind of like, you know, when they give this big warm embrace, I'm like, he didn't do anything, you know.
Oh, come on, dude.
And then he saves his life, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Dude, the embrace, that was his guy. It was like them two were like basically like partners. That was the only friend he had the whole time going through all that.
yeah, how about the other
I felt that.
like the head of the police guy who from
National Lampoons. Isn't he from like Animal House?
oh maybe.
He is from.
I don't know.
He
Definitely
was
know
like
that guy.
oh,
but I-
Breakfast Club?
Oh, for sure. There you go.
Yeah.
The principal, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. He probably was in Animal House. But anyway, that douchebag the whole time, just like making all the wrong calls,
Unbelievable.
you know. Yeah. So the Al was like his guy, like you said.
Right.
His only friend.
Right. And he understood him. He had his back, whereas everybody else was kind of doing the wrong thing.
Right. The real enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're shooting at the lights.
All right, pull it back.
Lots of shooting. That's what I will say. My TV was just like it's so loud. Like that was like the one thing. I'm like, my neighbors are probably like, "What is going on?" over there?"
Yeah, definitely. Like crazy. Yeah. Like machine
crazy.
guns.
Over
whole
the top.
Yeah.
The whole movie. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I watched it with Jen, and it's funny. Tom, at the beginning, you're like, "Oh yeah, it seemed like it really could happen. It's believable." After we watched it, it was her first time. She's like,
Oh,
"I'm like, what'd you think?" She's like, "Oh, a lot of it, a little far fetched. A little
What?
far fetched." She's like, "This couldn't have happened. Why did they? I don't know." I was like, "You crazy?"
she's crazy.
But
That was
there is a lot of
practically
it.
documentary, man.
There is a lot of it that's super far fetched.
The way that films have like developed to 2020, like you guys have all seen the Deadpool movies.
I saw
I haven't.
one of them, maybe two.
None of them.
No, one. at
I've
least
seen
one.
parts and stuff, probably on the bus or something. But yeah.
I feel like that's kind of like where things have come. It's like 10 times the shooting of Die Hard,
Yeah.
and the comedy is just like through the roof. All like the whole movie is one-liners pretty much, with like a little teeny story in the middle. But Die Hard.
Yeah, but Deadpool, even though I haven't seen it, I know it's like got really good reviews. Like they did it well, right?
Great. Yeah.
Whereas a lot of movies, I think, kind of try for that formula and kind of fall a little short, you know?
Yeah.
Like pretty much the entire 90s, like a lot of those action movies, I don't know, I just kind of recall like kind of like borderline cheesy, because they're kind of trying to do the one-liner relatable character, and it just doesn't work, like, you know, like John McClane.
Yeah. Die Hard
The OG.
very easily could have been cheesy in a lot of places, and I feel like they skirted by it without any fromage, really.
Well, because Bruce is so great, and because honestly, like, you know, Alan Rickman, Hans Gruber, was so good and so like believable, I feel like, in that role. Oh, and dude, the you know, the computer hacking terrorist guy, like, was so good.
Theo.
Like, and he had kind of the one-liners too. Like, I loved, "'Twas the night before Christmas, and a creature was stirring, except the two assholes creeping up," you know, like that line. Like, just so good. Like, the writing was great. Where it could have been, like you're saying, could have gone to Cheeseland, but somehow it was like cool. It was like right on that line. It worked. But maybe just because the acting was so good, or I don't know.
For sure.
Do you think in casting, when looking for German characters, it was like they all had silly, long, flowing hair and stuff? You know, like every single one of them had the same look, except
Right.
had a couple other random characters mixed in there, but just like the Germans were like, I don't know. Is that what was going on in Germany for like male fashion at the time, or was that they're like
I probably
I don't know.
somebody projected that on them?
It's like the Dolph Lundgren look.
Yeah.
You know,
mixed with like I feel like Fabio a little bit or something,
sure.
right? Like,
yeah.
the long hair and the
Let's bring it back,
But
boys.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Getting
I
that
don't think
90s German, late 80s, 90s German look going.
Yeah.
I don't think you or I could do that anymore, Mike.
No. Well, they got, you know, their systems. Make it happen. Get some steroids.
Oh yeah, Hims.
Little hair bleach.
Yeah. Speaking of, we need a cut.
Yeah.
Gotta get that. I gotta go for the John McClane, dude. Come on.
When did you said you just saw Die Hard 2? Is he bald in that one?
No, he's still got like the same thing going on. Yeah, that's interesting, right? Like, when did Bruce Willis? It's like, because, you know, he kind of had like the 2-car thing, but it was like, it worked for him.
2-car thing.
Yeah, the 2-car garage, you know.
Yeah, never heard that. That's good.
Oh, really? Yeah. But yeah, and then he decided to like go bald and just never went back, like shave it, you know.
Yeah.
I think me and Lennon are gonna watch Die Hard 3 very, very soon. Honestly, possibly tonight after this.
Nice.
And I'll let you know. I forget if I would assume he'd still have his hair for that one.
I think when Bruce Willis shaved his head, that was the end of the German long blonde-haired guy era. That was it. Everyone in the world was like, "Look at this guy,
Yeah.
Bruce Willis."
Including your father.
Screw you, Dolph Lundgren. We like Bruce.
Yeah, that's
including
true.
my dad.
Mike's dad kind of has the Bruce Willis thing going, right?
Something like that.
If you lose your hair, what are you gonna do? Just gotta rock. You know, you gotta make a choice at some
Yeah,
point.
it's not like you can go find it again. It's lost. It's gone.
It's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, there was that weird moment in the 90s where it was like, yeah, anybody that was going bald, like all of a sudden, just like Billy Corgan, Michael Stipe from REM, Bruce Willis, I think like Vin Diesel, like all these guys, these famous guys at once, just all like showed up bald, and it was like, oh, that's so cool.
Jason Statham.
Yeah,
big
there
one.
you go. Yeah.
Jason Statham.
What do you say, Statham? Like a Yankee?
Yeah, I never heard of this guy.
Dave, yeah, you. Oh, stop it, Damar.
The transporter guy, the British guy.
Yeah.
Probably got to see him. Let me.
You know,
You recognize
this
him.
guy.
I recognize.
I got a prop. I got to show you guys. I'll be right back. I grab it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Is Jason Statham in Snatch? He's in Snatch, right?
Believe so.
Oh, okay. That guy.
Kind of
Although I get
British guy.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah, what do you got? Jason
this.
Statham's head. Oh, look at that.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
The Fox
Oh, yeah.
building.
Nakatomi Plaza, baby.
Where the hell did you get that?
Check it out. It's got the movie set.
Oh my
in there.
God, what?
Oh
What in
yeah.
the world?
All three of them, or how many?
And you know what? No, there's 5 of them,
What?
and it's looking like he still has hair in part 3.
Wait, there was 5 diehards, like Live Free or Die Hard, like that whole thing?
Yep,
Yeah,
Die
Live
Hard
Free or
with
Die
Vengeance.
Hard, and then A Good Day to Die Hard is the last one. In
Which
2007.
we saw that on the road, didn't we?
I think
in
we
the theater.
saw Live Free or Die Hard. I don't think I ever saw
I
this
think-
last one.
I think we did.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
we. You guys will appreciate this then. Okay. Christmas tree going on. There is an ornament on here that is like a light switch box.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh man,
So it looks like he's crawling through
Dude.
the vent.
Perfect.
that's
Oh, wow.
awesome.
That is awesome.
I paused it in the movie when that scene happened. I was like, Jenna, it's on our tree right there.
She
I was
had
gonna-
no idea what it was before that.
I was gonna go grab the Die Hard NES game. Turns out I don't have it though.
Oh,
I like looked for it for an hour earlier.
Really?
Don't have it.
You know what's awesome is that I just realized, when we were recording Parallel Universe, actually, right there in Santa Monica, was kind of one of the first times where I realized, I don't know why, I never had this thought my whole life, but like, wait, that's got to be a real building somewhere.
Right.
And, every day when we drive to the studio, you
I
could
remember.
see it off of the 10.
I
Oh,
remember.
you remember what I pointed out all the time?
Every single time we drove by, dude, Nakatomi Plaza, right there. Nakatomi Plaza.
Well, I mean, because that building is almost as iconic as the characters. It really plays a
Right.
huge role in that movie. It's just such a memorable, interestingly shaped, everything about it. Just a really unique building. So yeah, the fact that like seeing it driving to the studio every day or just driving around LA, it's almost like, dude, Nakatomi right there.
I thought
I
the
guess
whole
I
top
pointed out.
blew off. What happened? Yeah, it's interesting. The guy who wrote the book, I guess you'd call him the author, right? He was kind of inspired by the movie The Towering Inferno, which was all like, takes place in one building, right? That's on
Okay.
fire. I believe.
I
that's
don't
it.
know. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
I'm just going based off of the name.
Sure.
I think it's about like a building on fire, as people, disaster movie, whatever. He like went to bed, I guess, had a dream about like being trapped in a building on fire and being, maybe not on fire, but just being chased by people with guns. He's like woke up, wrote the book
No way.
based on that.
Huh.
So the fact that it is all in the whole movie is like in that one building, I think is
Yeah.
ties back to Towering Inferno.
Huh. Do you remember what the book was called? Was it
No.
called Die Hard or? I
It
don't
was
think
not
so,
called
right?
Die Hard. It was something. I'll look it up. You guys just wait while I look it up. How about that?
Yeah, you got it.
Well, I'm reading the comments. We got a funny story. We actually saw from Bruce Willis after playing on a TV show. We were parked in Hollywood and Highland, and he was hanging out with Justin Long in the parking garage, which seemed weird to us at the time. Then later we learned, they were doing Die Hard 4 together. from
Wait, what?
Gruber. Yeah,
You're
crazy.
saying
Right?
someone saw them after a Plain White T's show?
Yep.
Were they
Violet.
at the Plain White T's show? Because that would be awesome.
That would be cool. So the book was called Nothing Lasts Forever.
Oh, terrible title.
No. But it makes sense when you think that it's like this old retired cop.
Ah,
That's,
true.
You know, lost his grit. And they were going to never mind.
Oh.
Whatever.
Oh, I thought you froze.
I did. My brain froze. So there was like a prequel, a predecessor to that book called The Detective, which was made into a movie in 1968 starring Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
When they were adapting Nothing Lasts Forever into a movie, they wanted to get Sinatra to play the aging, cop. And he turned it down. And then I think they went after Schwarzenegger, Stallone, those guys, before landing on Bruce Willis.
So Frank Sinatra was almost John McClane?
Yeah. It could have been old Frank Sinatra climbing through the HVAC duct. But
Sounds terrible.
I would have watched it.
Also, that author killed it on his writing books and flipping them to film.
Yeah. I wonder if he wrote anything else that I would know.
Hey, Damar, I still can't get the comments on this thing. Are there any more like questions or stories or anything?
Yeah, I got a story here for us. I'm going to read. It's from Mary Morrissey. Based on Roderick's novel, Nothing Lasts Forever, Die Hard was originally meant to tell the story of Joseph Leland, a much older cop. She's telling the same story. Who was already an established literary character. Nothing Lasts Forever in 1979 as a sequel to The Detective in 1966, which was adapted into a movie starring Frank Sinatra in 1968.
Oh, whoa. So there already was a Sinatra movie made?
Yeah.
Whoa.
This would have been like a sequel to that. Years and years later.
That's crazy, actually.
Wow. from 68 to 89, 88, 89.
Okay, so who wrote... Wow.
Would have been old Frank Sinatra.
Who wrote the extended stories of Die Hard 2, 3, 4, 5? Like, not connected to that author at all?
I don't think so. That's a good question, though.
Michael Bay. No.
Yeah. And did they have to pay him for all that, I wonder?
Like the original guy? I don't know.
To extend the series?
Huh.
It all based off of his character,
Right. Well, but kind of, because they changed the character. Yeah, it's interesting. Huh.
Oh, weird. Die Hard 2 was based on a book called 58 Minutes by a different guy with different characters.
Interesting.
And then they adapted that into Die Hard 2.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah, almost as weird as the story of Family Matters that tells, what happened to Al after he finally got the courage to pick up the gun again and starts his family.
I mean, funny, he was a Chicago cop, right? This show was in Chicago, so he was a cop in Family Matters.
Yeah, he moved from L.A. to Chicago.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not real.
No. Well, he was, in Family Matters, he is a cop in Chicago.
Sure, but it wasn't a connection to that story. No.
But it's...
Okay, you have, for a second, I'm like, wait, that's serious?
It so could have been, though, right?
Didn't you not see Urkel in Die Hard in the background?
Yeah, the deleted scenes. I remember that.
Yeah, when the roof blows.
Is it a Christmas movie? I think that's a big question here that people are talking about. You guys all consider it a Christmas movie?
The whole movie's a Christmas party,
Yeah.
So.
There's Christmas trees.
Yeah.
He's shot during the holidays.
To himself.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho! Come on,
Yeah.
Christmas.
There's Christmas
True.
for you.
It is at a Christmas party. That is fair.
Yeah. Well, that one moment where it's like for no reason, where he comes back down from the roof, and he's like right before he meets up with Hans and them, like he's like looking around, and just out of nowhere, just a Christmas tree falls down. You guys remember that? It's like shit. He's like freaks out. So yeah, Christmas movie. They kept trying to get it in there. And then at the end, as he's leaving the building, it's kind of looks like it's snowing because of all the debris and stuff. Seriously, right?
Yeah,
That's
you're
on
right.
purpose.
You're
That's
right.
the point, yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you
I
guys-
watched 2 movies at the drive-in there, 2 movies in a row where it was in LA and it was like fake snow happening.
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands and Die Hard, yeah.
Hey, any idea how it did at the box office?
Killed it.
Was it instant smash?
I think so.
I saw earlier. I don't know if it was instant smash or a slow burner. I think it was a pretty big instant smash. But
Had to have been extremely high budget for that time.
the budget
True.
was 25 to 35 million, which to me seems crazy low.
Yeah, but back then, dude, 1988.
Back then it was high, but I think 5 million went to Bruce Willis,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was the highest paid at the time.
which
I
was
think.
yeah.
And it was a huge deal. People were like, "What?"
Yeah, like, this guy.
So-
Now it's like,
If you think, 20 million for that movie seems low
Certainly
if you
couldn't
take
do
out
it
Bruce
now.
Willis to me. But,
Well, it was.
hang on, box office 139.8 to 141.5 million
Wow.
box office. So that's not even
That's just back then, yeah.
right.
yeah, that's a lot.
So, yeah, 7 times what they spent.
Awesome. I was gonna say it was a Fox, film, so I'm sure that the
They got
the use of-
Nakatomi Plaza for free.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
they
Well,
probably,
maybe not for free, but I'm sure it was.
they charged.
And I heard that they actually they were doing work on the building, so
Right.
those unfinished, the floors where they're like doing all the construction were actually real at the building, so they kind of were written into the script like that.
Ah,
Yeah. That's what I mean. The building was like almost as important as the characters.
right.
Now, just random question though, Mike. Lethal Weapon 1 did better or worse than Die Hard?
Yeah, I think
me
those
see.
movies mixed up. That's the thing.
I know.
Ah,
That's the thing. I'm like, I think I've seen Die Hard, but I'm thinking of Lethal Weapons. Yeah. Yeah.
Lethal Weapon was great as well.
Lethal Weapon $15 million budget, box office 120 million.
Wow. Super
Also-
close.
Crazy smash.
Yeah.
They I think when I was a kid I got them mixed up.
Yeah.
Really?
And the same with Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
I
Huh.
was like, same movie.
What were the
You're
Jason
crazy.
movies called? Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th was Jason.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
No, I'm saying when I was a kid.
Should have been a Halloween movie.
It's
Uh,
Michael Myers.
Crazy. And Lethal Weapon was 1 year before, so that is probably why we would get them mixed up, as they were like the exact same time in our lives.
Yeah, it was.
And
And then
it
they
was-
had the sequels probably right at the same time too. Yeah.
It's like Armageddon and Deep Impact,
They
except
were
these
just like
movies are
different-
actually good.
Yeah, different studios or something.
Wait, which one's good?
These ones, Die Hard and Lethal Weapon.
Oh, I thought you were saying one of those two were
No.
good. I mean,
Yeah,
Armageddon had its moments.
Yeah, Deep Impact was great.
Would you guys say you like Lethal Weapon or Die Hard more?
It's a good
It's been
question.
a while since I've seen Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, I agree. Die Hard is definitely more, in the pop culture, I feel like it's maybe because of the Christmas element, you've watched Die Hard more, I think, through the years.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like Lethal Weapon at least had like the sweet, sultry guitar, the smooth jazz guitar riffs and the saxophone riffs going on the whole
Yeah,
time.
Mel Gibson with the shirt off a few times.
Yeah.
Maybe wasn't there an ass shot in there somewhere?
There might have been.
Yeah.
You might need to go back and look.
Yeah, I remember loving his character in that movie because he's like so crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Like you don't know, you're kind of it's like unpredictable. So there was an element of like I don't know danger to him and that brought it into the movie. That was pretty cool.
I honestly can't even remember the plot though. I just remember.
Yeah,
like,
I don't either.
Partner.
There was
Right, I remember like him just being kind of nutty and Danny Glover being like the straight man and you know
Danny
them two
Glover being like
together.
Riggs, Riggs,
Yeah.
Riggs. That's all I remember.
Right. Whereas Die Hard, you almost remember like every line of the movie.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Next,
I remember a toilet in one of the Lethal Weapon movies.
Oh yeah.
So there was something about a toilet. Did it blow up? Did you get stuck
And
in it? I don't remember.
Joe Pesci in the second, you know, that was one of his big breakouts too.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah,
love
I feel like maybe Lethal Weapon got better with like 2 and 3,
Maybe.
if I'm remembering correctly. Like, I don't know.
Well, I'll let you guys know how Die Hard 3 holds up once I watch it with Lennon.
I'm sure it holds up.
I remember it being
Pretty
pretty good.
Yeah.
What's the storyline of 2?
2 was the airplane. He's at the airport and Holly is landing at the and like there's like a terrorist thing happening at the airport.
Poor guy, dude.
Of course there is.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It was so like, okay, we'll take like Mike said, the exact same formula,
Yeah.
this, and this, and just redo it. And I think in 3, if I remember correctly, it was way different. It was him and Samuel L. Jackson, so there was like a different element to it, and they kind of like were playing like cat and mouse with somebody running around a town, like a city, right? So it was a lot different, I think. But we'll see. Maybe it was like. Maybe I remember it a little bit differently, and it's like another pandering remake. But I don't know.
Does he say yippee-ki-yay in all of them?
I mean, he certainly does in the second one.
Dang it! Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me is
Reuse
believable. If I was in that situation and off of the top of my head, I came up with yippee-ki-yay, and I was like, I pulled it off, let's say, I'd be saying that for the rest of my life.
Right.
I'd
like
get a
every
delivery at
time-
my front door and I'd say, yippee-ki-yay, mother. That'd be my thing.
I feel like, like in Terminator, when in number 2, when he says "Hasta la vista," and he didn't say that in the first film.
Wait, you're talking about "I'll be back," dude. That's the key phrase, right?
Right, but didn't he say like? I can't remember in like 3 and 4, they reused some of those lines. I can't remember if he used "I'll be back" over and over again or "Hasta la vista, baby."
There
Well,
might have
isn't there
been
a thing? Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
there might have been one where he's like, I'm back,
Right.
I am back, so whatever.
I feel like "I'll be back" is like, doesn't he say that in every single movie? Like not Terminator, like just every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Isn't that a thing or no? Am I crazy?
I don't know.
Could be.
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
Twins?
It's not the two of them. I'll be back. Yeah, Mike, look that up real quick. Does Arnold Schwarzenegger say "I'll be back" in every movie?
I found I'll be back supercut on YouTube, and it's 38 seconds long.
I'll be back.
So
All
here's
right.
Terminator 1.
I'll be right back.
What was that one?
See?
I'll be right back.
Oh, I'll be right back. That doesn't freaking count.
I'll be back.
He does say it in Twins.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm telling you, that was the
Oh,
thing.
Last Action
Schwarzenegger.
Hero. All right. So yeah.
I do.
It's kind of like what is like wow, like the
Yeah. Wow.
Owen Wilson kind
Yeah.
of thing. Wow.
Wow.
Like Schwarzenegger's got "I'll be back."
Oh, Bruce Willis says it in this supercut to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That must have been.
Nice.
Oh, Expendables. One of those.
Nice.
Expendables 2.
Crazy.
Well, cool. We should probably wrap up. DeMar, any last comments over there from the fans?
No, you guys got anything else in the comments over here? Let us know. We'll answer any questions. People are just really just commenting on the things we were just talking about.
Oh, and in the
Sure.
Russian one, he says "Yippee Kaye Mother Russia,"
Wow.
according to Annie Robertson.
I will say that I did not know that how much you guys all love this movie. And
I didn't
it's-
realize it until I was watching. I was like, man,
I
this
had
is
no
so
idea.
good.
Like we've never talked about Die Hard. I've never heard this ever. I mean, like I got this
Like-
box set, I got an ornament. I'm like, all right.
Dude, it's like
It is weird that we each have things in the house that
Yeah,
are Die Hard.
The Goonies, Back to the Future, Die Hard. Right there, man.
that,
We have a Lethal Weapon poster above our bed that Jenna likes to fall asleep looking at. It's the gratuitous ass shot. Yeah, it is weird.
You know, Lethal Weapon, same director as The Goonies, by the way.
no way. And yet,
Richard
Die Hard is your movie that's right there.
Wait, what?
And yet, Die Hard is the movie that's right there.
I know,
for you,
I
not
know.
Lethal
Yeah.
Weapon.
Die Hard's just got it all, you know?
I agree. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out, watching us talk about Die Hard. I don't think we're gonna do another movie this month, if I'm not mistaken, because
This was our Christmas movie. This was it.
Yeah.
Pick the best Christmas movie. Okay, hang on. Before we go, Mike, I know you're trying to wrap it up, but what are you guys, off the top of your head, favorite Christmas movies
Besides
Home Alone.
Die Hard,
besides Die Hard?
Home Alone,
DeMar,
that's a
Home
good one.
Alone?
Oh, easy, yeah.
Nice.
It's a Wonderful Life. Jenna says. I love that.
You froze. What'd you say? Did I miss that one, or was that everybody?
Try it again.
Yeah, you froze, Tim. What'd you say?
Oh,
Jenna says.
Love Actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life. National Lampoon's Christmas.
Christmas Vacation, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah. Mike, how about you?
I mean, I don't like to play favorites. Every movie that was mentioned is on my short list of great holiday movies.
Yeah.
Elf, I feel like, has become one of the classics.
Dude, Elf is incredible. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have said them all. I would say every year I try to watch It's a Wonderful Life for sure. Like actually sit down, not just have it like on in the background, but actually sit down and just watch it. That movie, I mean, it gets you every time. It's just such a perfect movie.
Never watched it all the way through.
Oh my God.
It's on
Tondo.
every year. Every single
Dude,
year. It used to be
please.
like back when you had to flip through channels like this. It used to be on like 3 stations at once, and
For sure.
I'd always have like my dad like, "Oh, you got to watch it. Oh, it's the best. Come on. It's the best movie." And just the pressure, I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not,
Dude, do yourself a favor this year, man. It is it's I mean, just aside from like, okay, of course it's a great Christmas movie, it's a beautiful story, but like it's a great movie. Like just the little like movie moments and like little tricks they do, and they freeze it and they talk, just it's a really entertaining, really well done movie. And it has like so much freaking heart and great story, great characters. You'll love George Bailey. It's
I mean, I've seen it kind of.
Sure.
And it's to the point it's almost like hard for me to believe that Jimmy Stewart is a real person, or George Bailey, and not like just he's like such a caricature of himself in a way.
Sure.
That it's like, it's weird.
I don't know, man.
No, I'm into it.
Give it a full, full attention, sit down.
For you, Tom, I'll watch it next year maybe.
Come on. You know what I've never seen is White Christmas.
Bing Crosby.
Have you guys seen that one?
No.
Yeah. I mean, I know that's got all of those classic songs and stuff, but I've never seen it. It is on Netflix though, so I might do it this year. And I've never seen Miracle on 34th Street.
I feel like White Christmas is to Miracle and the one we were just talking about,
It's Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life, as Elvis is to the Beatles.
Oh, so
Both
White Christmas is like
Elvis.
awesome, but like then people kind of came and I
Yeah.
don't want to say anything about Elvis. But, yeah.
But no, I'm not gonna say anything about Elvis bad. It's just kind of a different thing, and kind of like, you know, the big sequin jumpsuits and all that. It embraces like the kind of cheesiness of it and makes it a thing. Not even cheesiness. Whereas, you get what I'm saying. I'm just gonna stop.
Tell you what, I'll check back in with you guys about Die Hard 3 and White Christmas, and we can have a conversation of our own about those movies.
Yeah, which is the better
Yeah.
Christmas movie? I feel like none of them capture the spirit of Christmas like Die Hard does.
Exactly.
You know,
Absolutely.
just
Making out bloody in the back of a limo. It's what it's all
Yeah.
about.
well, just how important it is to, you know, realize that your loved ones are very important. You should be with them on the holidays, if possible, whatever it takes. Even if it means strapping a
Whatever
gun
it
to your back,
takes.
and you know, almost falling off a building with a fire hose tied around your waist.
Got to do what you got to do.
Gotta do what you gotta do for sure.
All right.
I'm in for some Hallmark Christmas movies tonight. So
Oh, nice.
Are those watchable?
well, if you were to ask my my lovely wife, yes.
Yeah.
I go through a lot of YouTube videos usually while she's watching them.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon tonight?
There you go.
Yeah, that was
Way.
kind of Jen when we were watching Die Hard. There's like a lot of this going on, and then like, wait, why? You know, halfway through the movie, wait, why isn't he wearing shoes?
Oh my God.
A lot of that.
Terrible.
Of course.
But that would be me during the Hallmark movies, so I get it. Everyone's
Yeah.
got their own taste.
All right, dudes.
Good pick, though.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
pick.
10 out of 10.
And we have no idea what's
For
going to
sure.
be on the movie night agenda for January.
Yeah.
But, you know, keep an eye open. Watch all of our social media stuff, and there'll probably be an announcement at some point.
It'll be good.
Maybe a voting. Are we going to put it to a vote? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe we go back to the vote.
Maybe we do bring the vote back. Maybe we can do one of those We can do a watch party maybe too. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, that might be trickier for us to figure out, but if we can, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And once again,
Or
thank
we
you
can
guys.
just call Goonies right now. I mean, either way.
Or that. I'm happy to do that.
I'll buy it for tomorrow again.
It's fine. I can.
No, we'll figure it out.
$4.
We'll figure out what movie. No pressure. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys always.
Hi, Brazil.
Sure, we'll talk to you before Christmas. But everybody, enjoy this December. It's already December, man. I feel like I'm still waiting for Thanksgiving, and it's like, what? It's already December. Crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, guys.
Cool.
Talk to you soon.
See you, everybody.
See ya. Bye, everybody. Thank you.